13 hours into the Berserker painting. Same title as yesterday, because yesterday I basically didn't paint, just did some Q&A. And now I'll continue working on this one. Turn on the chat here so I can see. I like working bare feet, so slippers away. Let me know how is the sound. Привет, мама. Привет, привет, как дела? У нас сейчас тут 11:15. Well, let's wait for a little bit for people to come along. Chat here. In the meantime, I'll start making everything ready. Little quotes, which I'm just my own hands just taking into it. The layers are pretty much dried already, so it's pretty much a dry part, and it's going to be easy to work upon it. Here, a little bit inside. So just look at it quickly, see what is left, and we can start working on it. I don't know really when it works, I'm just going to maybe we'll just the light covering that. Okay, that looks okay. Hello, hello. Well, feel free to say hi and engage in the chat. Actually, I'm going to get the hair flip and come back. And I'm back right now. Good to see you. Hi, Nayan. Chris welcomes you. Welcome, guys. Join the chat. Tell where you are from. And feel free to ask any questions, and we will try to answer as best as we can. Well, Texas Meet. What is going on? The painting is going on, and also an announcement for the launch of our website next Friday, March 27th. This is where we're going to launch our website, and First Blood, the Valkyrie, the limited edition prints with original certificates made by me. So it's going to be basically available for limited amount of people, and you have a chance to sign up and just get in the queue and get your piece of original copy in original size with the museum grade camera. Another thing is also for everyone who signs up for the waiting list. The link is in my YouTube bio description, so it's very easy, clickable link there. You can go to my channel page basically and look for it there. One of those people that we choose randomly will get an original painting made by me in acrylic paints in similar size camera, and well, obviously signed by me, and you're also going to be able to choose the reference and tell me basically what you want. So quite excited about it. Good stuff you have painted. Thank you. Well, Chris will tell you, both me and Chris will tell you every now and then about what we. Sorry, a little bit hard for you to focus. We'll tell you about the shop and details. We're gonna repeat that here and there in the chat. Okay. In the meantime, I'll start. Let's just soften those brushes. Materials are so cheap here in Nachan, in the shop where I'm buying it, that it's just so nice. See you all, and well, congratulations on your website. Blessings to you. Thank you, thanks to me. A couple weeks later, 15th of April, is Chris's birthday. That's true. Yep. I'm a Taurus. My birthday is a little bit later, not around, exactly at 6th of May. Okay, well, let's finish this little block left here, and then those lines. After that, we can start really working on details pretty much, because, well, as you can see, the base layer is completely done. So I want to set it up in a little bit the way that you can see. So it's closer to you. Cool. Just gonna try new angle. Let's see quickly. Just get a little bit closer so you can see all of it even better. Well, Texas mate, are you Aries too? Hey Brian, good to see you. How are you doing? Damn. Well, okay, let's start working. So, this pretty much got dried up, so let's see. Still here. All paints, whatever you squeeze out of the tube, if you leave it for a couple of days, it's gonna create a little hardened layer on top, but inside it still stays soft, and it's going to stay like that for quite a long time. So what we usually do, when it's too much of the dried layers of paint here, we just scrape it up with a knife or a special tool in painting, and also you scrape the actual, like this one for example, it has the little shelf created around it. Just flip it, and yeah, that's just how we used to do it. I will do that one of these days when it's a little bit too much. Cleaning up more. How is everyone? Everyone is good? It's great to hear from you guys. Well, on this one, definitely devoured this white gold. I'm sure. this one I'm gonna stand up pretty much. This one. Have you ever tried tattooing? I have. For a short while. Took the course, did quite well. Just didn't continue, realized that's not what I want to do. That's good.
The repositions. Hey, welcome back, Miro. How are you?
Hi, hey Miro. Oh, you can read it this Cyrillic, yeah?
Ray's play saying, I hear that sleep is elusive these days for sure. Hope you're able to get some much needed rest soon. Yeah, it's just I need to just be consistent on rewiring the circadian rhythm. It takes a little bit of time, but trying to avoid too much meds and that kind of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, cheers, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's very sweet. The sleeping missions are the most fun.
Miro says, great paintings, honestly. Yeah, we think so.
Thank you very much. Very, that means a lot.
Mike's in the chat. What's up, Mike? How are
Hey
you, brother?
Mike, good to see you. Hi Mike. Well, I love that our people always come along. It's whether they're morning time or evening time now, so it's kind of works both ways.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
remember we're in the future, so.
yeah, we're in the future. That's true.
Well, ain't nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. That's good. That's a good one. It's 12:30 a.m. here, yeah, so burning the midnight candle, huh? What's up, Bert? Welcome back.
Hi,
Greetings, as also. That's turning out great, question mark? I think the question mark
Yeah,
was
it was accident.
by accident. Your work is amazing.
Thank you. Literally finishing up the base layer, and yeah, just gonna start working on it properly. Quite excited about that.
I wish I could draw and paint like that. It's so amazing. Circadian is definitely belonging to the cicadas. It was so bad, it was good. He said like, sorry, that was bad. And I was like, that's okay. It's a lot like sometimes we face plant and it's still funny. It's still good.
It's still fun.
Chip Broadhead says artwork perfect. Do Odin's whole day one as you super good at Norse. No, did love it. Oops, I didn't see the question mark. My bad. That's fine, Bert. Absolutely no problem. Edward Dunning, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, hi Edward.
Coming along nicely. Heck yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, no stress, brother. It's like,
we are sufficiently, or at least I'm sufficiently sleep deprived today to
Yeah.
maybe.
So good.
No, but like last time I was really sleep deprived. We had one of the most uh, fun streams because we sort of ended up laughing and talking about all kinds of nonsense, and I try to make jokes that would crash and burn. Some of them are really funny, but like yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say everything has its advantage, but they were definitely the best we could make out of it. I think it actually makes sense to just put this away temporarily,
Mm-hmm.
and then people see the painting. Yeah, that's better.
Richard Golding says, paint Odin's Hall one day as you're really good at painting Norse. Well, she's married to a Viking and she loves her um, Viking or Norse inspired
Yeah,
art.
like Nordic.
Show everyone your necklace, babe, actually.
Hold on a second. There we go. I used to have the other one, then I lost it, and then I got another one. Apparently, in Southeast Asia, you can get anything. So yeah, it's the metal, steel metal. And, actually, the reason I was just thinking, the reason the chain is not the same as the one is because I actually put the wrong size. I think I could get thicker and it would be safe.
Ooh, I just noticed the bird. You mean Diana or the raven in the picture? Usually people notice Diana straight away, so I'm assuming it's... Okay, again, you see there, Uziak, I crashed and burned. And I realized it mid-joke too. BMCK is like, we want more Chris. Don't worry, I'm in my underwear twerking behind the scenes.
Okay, I gotta do some
The mini kisses. Welcome back, buddy. The Raven, lol. Good try though. LC Fax says those paintings are gorgeous. Who is taking? I'm assuming you mean who is talking. I'm her husband. I'm sleep deprived and feel like I'm drunk, even though I haven't drunk in weeks now. But yeah. So you can tell her how to get Odin's Hall right. Yeah, right now we're doing a series of like either real world fighters, which you see on the bottom right hand corner. That's Paul Reed. So cool guy that started fighting after alcoholism and that kind of stuff. He's like wasted his life a little bit, and then at like in his early 30s, he decided, okay, I'm gonna start fighting, and he became a professional fighter at 35. Had a very, very impressive record and won his last fight at age 50, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, legend he's right, and it's a great person.
But definitely, like, I'm gonna take her to Norway at some point, and then we're gonna do some really cool stuff.
Imagine Norwegians coming, or majority Norwegians in Norway coming for like their...
But I mean, the inspirations you would get for things like Odin's Hall and that kind of stuff by actually being in this amazing nature and stuff is going to be cool. What is your job currently, husband? Mine is windsuit diving. Right now, I run the business behind the scenes, setting everything up and that kind of stuff. I do some commodities and metals and crypto trading. Right now we're in a heavy accumulation phase where like the market is very much down, so it's just about allocating money to different things and getting the right entry points and thinking more long term. I've also been in real estate and a number of other things. So like I do a lot of different things. Hold on. Okay, this is funny. Add a Q&A sticker. No, it disappeared. Okay.
Are your paintings for sale?
Yes, it's online. But
So-
we're selling the limited edition prints first, and Chris can tell you more about it if you want to, or I can do it.
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, basically, next Friday, the March 27th, we're launching our website, where the first thing that will come up is First Blood Valkyries, original size prints on the very high quality canvas for the sale, and also they will come with the handmade certificates made by me, obviously. So that's the first thing we will do. And when it comes to auction news update regarding the paintings, we'll do one at a time. So as the first painting that I've done live, obviously, once we're done with prints, we auction the original painting too. So one lucky person will be able to actually get the original, the First Blood. This one is in the progress. Both original and the prints will be available for the sale. On our website, you will see the print and we will announce it once it's ready. And for the portrait, there will be only prints because the original painting goes to his owner, Paul himself. Super chat. Edward, too lazy to donate the other way. Catch you next time. Thank you. Well, I mean, soon you will be able to get some stuff, like some prints and stuff. So if that is something that you're into and you like cool art, some prints can be great. And we did the quality check.
Yeah.
Chris's mom got the gift from us, so we just wanted to see, and she was like, she liked the quality. It was very good. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it will turn out really good.
Nice.
When is Chris doing a painting stream? As soon as I get, what are those paints, like finger paints, like kindergartens have.
Yeah.
That's currently my skill level.
And yet you're better than me at calligraphy.
Yeah, really appreciate the donation, Edward. So I'm waiting for you guys to go love your paintings. It's literally going to be in 6 days. On Friday, we are launching the shop,
Yeah.
and then we're doing the.
Less than a week left.
I wouldn't just say it's a limited edition print. Like the first one will be kind of a little bit special because it's been accumulative for a very long time. We've never asked specifically for donations or to sell anything or anything like that. So it's gonna be like, yes, you're gonna get prints, but you're also gonna get signed documents with flowers that we're
handmade
gonna take
certificates.
care in Vietnam and do like a wax print on the certificates and all that kind of stuff. And like, there's a lot of cool things happening. For instance, she's now started to training with a fairly high elite team of boxers. One of them is the current intercontinental world champion bantamweight.
The intercontinental champion.
Intercontinental champion bantamweight in the WBC,
Yeah.
which is a serious organization, and we have a very, very good coach there that has tons and tons of experience.
Yeah, and other guys, they're also good at preparing for their some of the
It's
projects.
high level. Like if you wanna, what's the saying? Iron sharpens iron. So like your iron sharpens iron, not iron. It's not plural. Chris says Velcro shoes and fingerprints. Oh yeah. You seen Terrence versus Canelo? It was a great fight.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It was an amazing fight. I love it.
I
One
was
of-
saying that we both were betting on Terrence,
Yeah.
and people were like, no, Canelo, as much as we love and respect Canelo so much, and he's also one of the elites, but Crawford is exactly his kryptonite. And to me, I knew that he would just dismantle his staff. That's it. Because it's not even boxing anymore. It's just
I
breaking down
don't
on
see
stuff.
anyone beating Crawford. Like it's,
No, except
it's
someone-
unique. You're
But
very,
he's
very.
also, yeah, he retired and stuff, so right now it's...
Yeah, but he also did it like he went up in weight classes very, very slowly and very, very deliberately, and like it's
Yeah, that's amazing.
People bet on Beevil versus Crawford. Beevil is quite large he was very large to Canelo, and one of the factors for Canelo losing was exactly that too. If he wasn't knocked out anything, Beevil was just too big, and obviously great boxer and was a great distance control, so it's a little bit hard to deal with that.
Yeah, but this the whole thing is like Crawford is genuinely one of those fighters that the way he switches stances in the not just switches stances in the middle of exchanges, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's fluid. He doesn't
Ridiculous.
have a lot of he just brought boxing to another level. That's true. One of those kind of boxers.
Pascal Leon is back in the chat. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's give you a little close-up of the artwork going. Let me just emphasize also, it's like this is about halfway done. It looks like it's almost finished,
Well,
but
we can call it as foundation layers are already applied. So you see I'm just finishing up with the foundation pretty much. And then I'm gonna start from this part again and just really start adding up more details.
Yeah.
And texture and...
I'll give you a closer look at just Paul Reed's hair here, for instance, and his beard. Like you see the intentional 3D effect. Look at his shoulders too, with like tiny little hairs popping up. This one was much more about the graininess and like having like a brute force to it. This was more marbling, like an alabaster or like a Roman sculpture or something like that. And this is, what would you say the style is for this one?
For this one?
Yeah.
Also it's quite delicate, as you see, the base layers trying to make it as smooth as possible. And, so yeah, a fantasy style, that's it.
I've seen, I mean, this is a complete original from her mind, but I've seen the inspiration, like it's actually a female warrior that was...
I wasn't even worried, it was just a nice portrait.
Yeah. What was, it's just a style, and I can tell you this is going to be...
But you see I changed it quite, like, again, I kind of picked the colors, but even colors are not exactly the same. So I just improved, like from a certain point I just stopped using the reference. It was more for this cold raven and like a cold look to it, rather than just...
But yeah, I know this is one is going to be really, really good.
Thank you, babe.
What I noticed, when I was looking at your phone too, baby, you're still saved on your own phone as the smelliest of wifey shits.
Smelliest of wifey shits, okay. what kind of names kind of type and other things. So many things.
Hey Matt, what's up, brother?
Matt is back.
Yeah, man, he rocked up.
Hey Matt.
So Matt is riding around in his buses, shooting archery out the window while he builds something with his feet, like he's
Super cool.
a
Cool.
Renaissance man. Like it's
Yeah.
all the stuff he does is preposterous.
Absolutely.
In a good way, in a good way. He's gonna be hired as soon as we build the compound.
Absolutely. Well, regarding your painting, Matt, we have not forgotten on it. Just, I think next 2 days we're launching the shop, and after that we're ready to do take care of the shipment. So shipping the first one to you, and gradually organizing the whole week shipping too. Right?
Hey, there's a frosty cupcake in the house.
In the house, Rebecca. Well, you're always frosty to Chris, but I actually like your name. So, and oh, Matt, thanks for super chat.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, that is
Yeah, Matt is always good here. It's like it's been our top moderator. No offense to any of the other moderators. It's just he's been so consistent and so good. And
yeah, 100%.
we have funny little competitions. It's like see who can
Yeah.
block comments quicker.
Well, I don't know if you saw actually, or Matt was asking about Kayla, and I actually emailed Kayla. I don't know if she responded or saw it yet. If she sees that, think.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was thinking about Kayla yesterday actually.
Welcome. Another one. Thank you, Matt. Well, in Vietnam, this is a real money, Matt. Just gotta remind you. Last time we paid the whole rent. Well, yeah, not the whole one, but a big chunk of it.
Adrian writes it got hidden, but it's not a bad comment, so I'm gonna allow it to be shown. Wifey material, yeah, that's why I wifeyed her. Or like she's saved on the phone as the smelliest of the wifey shits. We have a very weird love language, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah, don't
deal with
try
it.
to understand it.
Greetings from Poland.
Poland.
Yeah, we're big fans of Poland. You guys are doing a lot of smart
tough
things.
people.
Yeah, tough people, and like the way you've come up in the last decade or so is amazing. It's like becoming one of the places in Europe where good things are happening.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Greetings from South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. We,
Yeah.
Speaking of South Africa, having a lot of friends here in Vietnam. A lot of South Africans here. Don't you agree?
Smelly Chanelli and Shane the grandma. So Smelly Chanelli is Diana's hairdresser, but also a very good friend. And Shane is a little bit like me. He has to be dragged out of the house every now and then because he just does BJJ and trades.
That's good one.
Mike is, I'm still here. I'm playing, listening and playing games. What games are you playing, man? I'm crushing it in Call of Duty on the phone.
Oh, Mike, hi. Hi, good to see you.
Funny, it looks funny with that sculpture painting. Yeah, that's what the style she was going for, was to have it like a,
Yeah.
Uh,
pretty
I mean, it's a real person, the painting down there,
Yeah.
but it's also a very specific style on it.
That is true.
Greetings from Indonesia. Indonesia, one of the destinations we're coming to Indonesia within a year. Like I can,
It's one of the posts.
unless something very unforeseen happens. I was playing War Drone game on my phone. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just wedge out and just
Yeah, we're lately again, we're
brain
focusing
rot a little bit.
a lot on work, so that has been, unless, until the shop is launched, we don't really have much time. Also on the top of with my professional training right now, takes so much energy, let's be honest. Like, it's
Yeah.
like we wake up, do a few things, but those few things consume everything right now. We've been a little bit isolated lately.
Fabrizio, Brazil. Boa noite. Buenas tardes? Or no? One of them. One of them is the right. One of them is the right one. It's night. Night is night. Tardes is day. Anyway, doesn't matter. West Coast? Question mark. If you're asking where we are, we're in
It's East Coast of Vietnam,
Vietnam, yeah.
but yeah,
We're in
it's East
Nha
Coast
Trang.
of Vietnam.
Boa noite. Yes, I did say the first one correctly. Tudo bem? That means all good.
Well, you're practicing your Portuguese quite well lately in the Brazilians coming in the
I've spent a lot of time in Brazil. That's where I had my crash actually. I crashed into a building very close to Pedra de Gavia. When I jumped off in my wingsuit, that's where I had my very serious crash.
dark reflect.
Yeah, I also lived in Portugal for a while and in Capo Verde, so I do know some. Yeah, I do know some Portuguese.
It's perfect.
Ouch. No crashing into buildings. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was young and brave and thought I had a headbutt the building. Didn't involve.
No recommends. Don't recommend.
I almost wish I crashed into a hotel so I could get a shit review. Like would not crash into again. Nice try, Shade. It's like you dropped something.
I dropped something. I can show you how I pick it up. That's how I've been taught. My grandma. My grandma taught me a lot of things. And one of those things is never lean down with your butt up.
I thought you lived in the States. No, I'm Norwegian. She's Georgian from the country Georgia. And yeah, we're based in Vietnam, at least big chunks of the year.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
This is some quality advice. Don't be a loser, guys. No, I would recommend being a winner.
Absolutely.
I agree. Shadegul says, those paintings are epic. Yes, I think so also.
It's getting along together
Um,
very nicely.
I'm emphasizing again, like she's only like about halfway through this one because I know approximately what it's going to look like. It's going to be sick. So, mention the competition again, but
Yes, so on the Friday, we're launching our website where a lot of things will be available for sale, including, as the first thing, the Valkyrie, the First Blood Valkyrie limited edition prints. However, for everyone who signs up in the waiting list right now, you can go to my YouTube channel page basically, open the bio and just click on the link, and that's the only link there. And you can get a chance, it's like one lucky person out of the signups will get the chance to receive similar size candle made by me with your reference. So basically you can tell me what to do and I'll paint it with acrylic paint and sign it up on the bedside and ship it to you.
Obviously, like if it's obscene, she won't paint it and that kind of stuff. Like
Of course.
you guys have 2 functioning brain cells at the minimum, so
Of course.
yeah.
So no, that makes sense.
My ancestors were Vikings, so I love it. Well, I am from Norway, so yeah, I have the same bloodline. Where were your ancestors from, Shade? How long did you spend painting the Viking? Well, there's 2 Vikings, if you mean
The female and
the
male.
female
I
and the
think
male.
that's the one who's asking. This is 13, well now it's more. I started when it was 13 hours into it. And now whatever I do in this live stream, approximately that time.
Ricky Bobby will always be a legend, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. So it's like, if you ain't first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, by the way, rest in peace, Chuck Norris.
Oh yeah, Chucky. There was so many good Chuck Norris jokes.
He was literally, and even now when he passed away, it's like Chuck Norris died 20 years ago. Death just finally had the guts to tell him.
Yeah.
So no, rest in peace. But it's quite funny because he was actually a few days ago uploaded a video on his Instagram how he's like training on the mitts and sparring, obviously not heavily, but like throwing some hands and looking good. But that's age.
Yeah, he was what, 86 years old, I think?
86, yeah, that's all it is. Old age.
To answer your question, Adrian, the Vikings is working on right now. This is about 13 hours and 45 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's completely correct.
My dad's side of family is German. My mother's side is family is Native American. Very interesting mix.
Cool
And
mixes.
statistically, also, if you have like a really mixed ancestry, you also have stronger genetics.
Yeah.
It's
You
probably
kind of
why
get-
you could. Now the archery makes sense. Like this is he's riding his bus and making things with his feet
Yeah,
and
multi-talented.
shooting the archery. Yeah.
Multi-talented.
The world lost a great man, no doubt. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Yeah. Yeah, we agree. Yeah, I saw GSP posted a thing where Chuck had him in like a rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Someone in the stream that had like a ridiculous saying, like, how do you kill a deer or something? And then I was like, a deer naked choke.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
That's how we do it.
Chuck Norris was humble. Yeah, no, he seemed like a great guy. I mean, he was also part of the what's referred to as the jaded greatest generation. So this post-war era, or people from that era. I remember like my grandfather was like he was a war hero and all that kind of stuff, and it's like,
Maybe we should paint your grandpa. You have, could your mom get some pictures?
of course, at some point, yes. Yeah, he was also hilarious.
Well, tell some stories if you want.
Okay, one of them was we were on in a ski lodge, and then we're talking with a bunch of people and stuff, and he's convincing everyone that it's completely impossible to break, because of the geometry of an egg, to break an egg inside your hand. And then my uncle, who's fairly strong, was trying, and obviously you can break an egg inside your egg, but egg is all over him and my aunt and everything, and me and my grandfather were laughing our ass off. They were not too pleased. So yeah, that was the kind of that was.
little bit more of the picture in frame. Or should we give you a completely different angle so you see more of this one? Okay, we have an incoming call.
Wondering who? Any Lazada?
We may have a. Let's see.
Yeah, because it's something that we can ignore for now. It's good, but if there is some people who need to respond.
Yes. Crusadon, are you studying martial arts? I'm learning boxing now. I've been back and forth. I mean, Diana has more time to be dedicated about it, and I just have a lot of things that I'm working on at the same time, behind the scenes. But yeah, no, I really like boxing and getting in shape for it. And recently, quit smoking, quit drinking, quit all drugs, quit all bad food, change sleeping pattern and everything. So the goal is to become a good boxer, but it takes time.
It's more like good health, strength, ability. Boxing is kind of part of it.
Exactly. I do have shin guards and stuff, so I do. When it comes to kicking, I'm following the dictum of like don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks, fear the man who's done 1,000 kicks, one kick 1,000 times. So the only thing I'm training is basically a brutal low kick with my right foot.
You're doing great. Way better.
Did anybody see, by the way, when Anderson Silva feinted a kick in a boxing match to get his opponent unaware and then knocked him straight out? So epic
One
little
of his
moment.
latest.
Yeah. It wasn't a. When he was fighting Tyron Woodley, so he's also an MMA fighter, so that's why he reacted so much to the leg. Pound Cake 600. I'm an up and coming artist. Cool. What kind of art do you do?
We love artists. They're good people.
Any art that comes to my mind. Okay. That's very nebular and vague, but okay. Pound Cake says that's an exceptionally great piece you're doing. Heart.
very much.
I subbed.
I really appreciate it. Can you just step aside quickly? That's good.
It's like a front lawn it. Just step aside for 1 second. Shade says, maybe I was wrong. My family is from Ireland, so maybe I was a Viking in a past life. Well, this is one of those things that's like, there is a chance actually that you do have some ancestry from there because the Vikings used to come down and rape and do all kinds of crazy stuff there. For instance, if you ever meet someone from Sicily with blonde hair, then they were probably, not probably, a very, very high likelihood that they have Viking ancestry.
Kind of cool.
The raven is sick. Yeah, that is it Hugin or Munin? I always forget.
Really.
So that's, it's not Odin himself, but it's a reference to how Odin had two shoulders on each shoulder. Had a raven on each shoulder,
yeah,
sorry.
he would send ravens, and this is like a berserker he chose. Just and the berserker is looking into basically getting ready for the battle.
Shade says, you're right about that. I'm blonde and blue eyes. Same as me. Well, I don't have any hair anymore. I sold it to buy painting for Diana. So I'm fully shaved, but actually that's a joke from my grandfather. Whenever someone would, he was also bald obviously, so whenever someone would ask about it, any kid or something, he says, yeah, no, I sold it to buy stuff for my grandma. I'm working every day to paint like that. Well, that's awesome, Pound Cake. Like, we're super supportive of artists and fighters, athletes, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Diana's becoming a professional boxer on the side. We're now working with WC Intercontinental Champions and like with really cool crew around us. So
Absolutely, and again, absolutely encouraging. You said you're working hard to get there. Will you win afterwards?
I heard the best saying. And someone was asked about, is it the journey or the destination? And the guy just said, no, it's the company. Meaning that like, it's not the journey itself, it's not where you're getting at, it's who you do the journey with.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's very cool.
That was that's really one I like it too.
If you're interested, Pound Cake, all her paintings, everything you've seen here, like what you see here, and this one and this one, is all being streamed from start to finish. So, for instance, in some of the paintings, she showed this technique of how to put up a grid, so you know where to place things, where to place the head and the shoulders and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the basics. And can you talk a little bit about the shadow work you're doing now, Vera?
Yeah, I'm just well in the oil paints. It's very simple, layer on the layer, and like the bottom layers are always a little bit lighter or more like not as prominent. You see how this is turning, for example, because I'm adding more shading on the top
And you have to think about where is the lighting coming from, because
Yeah.
if you do the shading and the shadows,
wrong side.
wrong sides,
Yeah.
then you're going to get the wrong references and stuff. So a very good idea is just to take a normal desktop lamp
Yeah.
and put it on an object
and see how shadow and stuff behaves. And I think also
And paint from different angles, different objects, different things, and then start painting from more complex pieces. And you're just gonna, like, everything is shaped by shadows and lights, contrast, pretty much. That's what you try to create.
and what I've seen some artists do. Okay, Matt, is anyone want a super chat battle? And you just donate another $5. Oh,
Thanks.
Thank you,
Oh,
Matt.
that's very sweet, Matt.
Um, but what I was gonna mention is like, actually,
So I gotta
Huh?
say one thing. I think Matt just like doing like a side quest and something, like killing a dragon, getting some coins, and there's like, oh, I have extra to donate to Diana and Chris. So something like that.
oh, that's very cool. Well, we appreciate
Yeah,
this so
we
much.
really do appreciate it.
No, but what I was gonna say is like, take your old action figures and put them in front of a light, and then just see how the shadows work on each other, and see what happens to shadows when there's a cluster of little action figures and that kind of stuff.
You
So,
sound like you could be a very good painting teacher, actually.
well, I did actually go to art school a little bit, so,
Oh, really?
yes, but
You never told me?
yes, but I'm like an unfolded onion. Sometimes you cry, sometimes I taste good, and like. Oh yeah, sorry. Like I said, I'm sleeping about it. No, I was like you. I just show up every now and then and do something. I wasn't technically brilliant, but I had very cool conceptual art.
Okay.
So, for instance, we were told to make conceptual arts about different people, and the person I was given was Steven Spielberg. So
Yeah.
what I did is I took styrofoam
Yeah.
and I just took the imprint of and made an imprint into the styrofoam of a dinosaur foot, because he was the first one that came. This is a long time ago, so this is when Jurassic Park, or I mean not as old as Jurassic Park, but like Jurassic Park was one of his biggest movies ever.
Yeah.
And then I like made this imprint, and the whole thing was just a foot imprint from a dinosaur, and and it was symbolizing how he made a gigantic footprint in movie history with what he did.
Wow, this actually cool. You are an artist.
I'm autistic, but it's a difference.
Oh, well, okay. Same as I.
I'm still here, loving the chat and Diana painting. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, our view count is slightly down, but the quality of our viewers are just skyrocketing.
Yeah.
In some of the chats, every single person that were in the chat were people we knew, people we could recognize straight away, could have really cool conversations with and stuff. It was really, really like one of those.
Wholesome,
Yeah.
nice engagement.
Yeah, so like for quality over quantity, and when we have people like Matt, we have people like Mike around, we have like new additions now, Pound Cake and Shade Ghoul and Adrian from Poland, and also am I forgetting now? Let's see. Pascal Leon, and there's like
Bird
yeah, there's only 15 people.
right now.
15 people on live. Tell your friends and family to join the channel live stream. I mean, yeah, it's a great idea, and like then we can have little conversations and all that kind of stuff. There's some people that have asked for help about training, like dating advice, and like
Yeah.
Liz the other day was asking me like, how do you keep like, we do everything together, and like how do you keep harmonious relationship and all that kind of stuff. So Yeah, so this is what we want to do. Is just create this community and have good people around.
So we agree. This I couldn't say it better.
And then we can laugh a little bit when I bully Diana on the live stream and call her autistic and you know. Whenever someone asks if it's AI or not, I always say it's definitely AI. It's artistic or autistic intelligence.
That's good.
Mike is saying they're asleep, or I would. Yeah, I know it's almost 1 o'clock on your end now. And,
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna get some sleep for sure.
feeding your eyeballs with blue light and yeah, we love your hair that your hair, Mike, but like it doesn't help with the circadian rhythm staying up like that. Uh, at least not if like be careful with doing it too much. No lecturing. When I searched YouTube for Paul Reed, a bunch of your videos popped up. Interesting. I haven't even thought about doing
Oh,
that.
that's actually cool.
Let's check out. Let's see if we get our little. Hmm. I'm not getting up that much of it. I'm getting some of his stuff, and then there's also a basketball player called Paul Reed. So
Yeah, to clarify this for the MMA.
obviously, if I put in painting in Paul Reed, it comes up a lot of it. Welcome back, Keshav Pandit.
Welcome back.
Should I give them a very quick view of the studio?
Of course.
Can you just pull back the drape a little bit? So, just to give you a little bit of insight into the space we're creating here. So this is a giant room with an entire wall for natural light, and it's perfect for content creation, perfect for painting and stuff. So we are quite excited about it. So we're actually also going to get some speed bag in here and a few other things like that, so we can do some.
Yeah, we like to mix our space.
But sweetie,
Yes?
as your coach, you need to stretch.
Yes. Okay, let me just.
It puts the pencil down, or else it gets the hose again. The painting on the ground is staring. Yeah, I wonder what you're staring at.
What's his opponent? It's a.
But just look at the line of sight.
Oh. Okay. That's opponent.
Yeah, BMCK is also one of our favorite people here. We have so much fun. Me and him, he sometimes shows up. I've had a few drinks. Let's take the piss out of people. I'm like, yeah, it's good fun.
That's a good one.
We have a very similar sense of humor. Um, Matt says, I keep imagining the Berserker holding his arms up, holding a battle axe and shield. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll do more of the pieces where it's like a rather full body or half body visible, hands are visible. So it's a lot of portraits. But the point here is exactly what you just described. It leaves the room for imagination. You can imagine everything else around. You can imagine the battlefield, you can imagine what's going to happen next. And it starts from this one little episode. Zoomed in right into your facial expression. Squat time.
So many squats. Gopnik.
Gopnik. Call me Gopnik.
You were doing a Gopnik squat. If anybody doesn't know what a Gopnik is, I highly recommend to Google it.
Yeah.
It's a subculture in Russia, and it's peculiar to say the least. But they also have Vietnamese Gopniks.
You have the Georgian Gopniks.
There's Gopniks all over.
Gopniks all over, that's true. Start with this quickly. Okay, it's getting pretty well.
And so Hans Sebastian says, I mean, Fredu. I like Friday. I know for some reason when I say Friday, I just think of that song from a few years ago, that Black a Black song. Friday, Friday, Friday.
Really? I
Ooh.
don't really know that song.
Oh, it's essentially like a viral thing. I went everywhere. This girl had her daddy pay for studio time and making a video and all that kind of stuff, and it's cringe, very cringe, but it's also like
Well, it's got famous, huh?
yeah, it's wild. I'm still laughing at the painting on the ground, just staring. He's staring into the dark abyss.
Yeah, it's fun.
How much are the paintings?
How much are for the paintings? That's a good question. Can you respond to that, maybe?
So, something of this order of magnitude, like size-wise and hours into it and that kind of stuff, an original of this would be about $3,000 maybe,
Yeah.
in that neighborhood.
But that's the base minimum price, because we're probably gonna auction it. So
Yeah.
what makes sense with those kind of paintings, you put the minimum price,
Yeah.
and then have a little bit or even flexible bit,
Yeah.
and that's how you do it.
The Paul Reed painting is not for sale. That's an actual gift to the Paul Reed. He's a real MMA fighter. Started fighting at 35, turned professional then, and fought all the way till he was 50 years old. That's why we decided to do a picture of him, a painting of him, because he's just a genuinely impressive character. And the one she's drawing now, this will be at the very minimum 24 hours of painting into it. So this is starting at like $5,000, something like that.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's like rude comments and that kind of stuff are just gonna get deleted before anyone even sees it. So like if that's what you want to do in the chat here, like there's no point. I know people say, oh, you should keep trolls around and that kind of stuff. But we're not interested in that. Like we want to have a good, happy life. Matt says priceless. That's very nice.
Well, tell him that because well, he's actually again around there pretty much every time we live stream, and it's cool when you have a feedback from someone who watches it consistently and can see the progress, not just someone who just appears first time.
Also, there is obviously going to be, not obviously, is also going to be limited edition prints made in museum grade quality on proper canvas in the original size, limited editions with accompanying documents with wax imprints and flowers picked by Diana and the.
Yeah, we want to make it special.
So it's we're not selling a print. We're selling a collector's edition thing with personal things that were handmade. So, for instance, I'll give you one example here. You will get, if you get one of the prints, you will actually get 2 shipments because there's a company. Obviously, we don't have the facilities for printing ourselves, and definitely not the kind of quality that we actually would want to sell it. So we have a fulfillment company. That means that you can get delivered anywhere in the world very quickly, but also with accompanying things like the handmade certificates and the signed documents and the everything like that will be sent in a separate package because Diana's going to make that herself and send it herself and write every person down in a ledger, who bought it and when and everything, so that there's going to be like a historical document of who was first. So that means that you can trace back. So when you sell the first ever collectors, it will have 1 out of whatever number the edition is, and there will never be a first one of that ever. And if everything goes to plan, with her boxing career and the YouTube keep growing and the art career taking off and she's having art collections and all that kind of stuff, you're not buying a print, you're kind of buying a piece of the history of the art. And
the journey.
Yeah. So yeah. Whose portrait is she painting now? Who is this warrior? That's me.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't have a raven and my helmet looks different. It's a full face skydiving helmet, but and I have a slightly shorter beard. But yeah, that's me. Hounds of Business.
That's Mike.
Yes, I was going to say that's Mike, and I was going to plug his channel a little bit too. It's like he has a very cool community for business development and that kind of stuff. And he says we block and ignore trolls too. If you made a print of the Texas backyard and sent me, that'd be cool. So you could just keep or sell the original. No, you are getting the original.
No, of course you're.
Yeah, you're getting the original, Matt. Like this is going to be a completely one of a kind. It's going to be the first ever picture given to a moderator, and so yeah, no, like we really like you, Matt. So definitely. Tinus, hi there from South Africa.
Hi, South Africa.
Welcome. We can repeat the story again. Some of our best friends here in Vietnam are South Africans also live here. So
Fun people.
Smelly Chanelli and Shane the grandma. I'm joking, but like her very good people and people really enjoy spending time with. If she's making a portrait, that's fine. You seem to be a warrior, I guess. Well, not a warrior in that sense, but I mean, not to brag, but I was one of the very few people in the world that did professional level proximity wingsuit flying from mountains in for almost a decade until I crashed into a building. So that look I have in this picture is very reminiscent of what I was when
Before jumping.
I was jumping, yeah. Have you even named the picture for Matt?
What was the Texas place?
It was the brain functions in slow
Well,
motion.
Matt can, I think he meant if you can remind us what was the.
Not Little Rock, that's where Clinton is from, but I was almost gonna say Big Sandy, exactly. So it's like Big Sandy, Texas. And yeah, we've had a lot of fun interactions with people from Texas, both on the channel and in life. We like them.
Again, Texas, the best thing here about Texas, they're nice because everyone's armed.
Also many weapons. Yeah, Kayla, for instance, she's from Texas. She's one of the OGs. We haven't seen her in a while, so
I hope she's doing okay, that's why I checked on her, just to make sure she's okay.
yeah, feel free, everyone, to comment and give suggestions about things you want to talk about, or yeah, really anything. As long as you're polite, we can talk about a lot of stuff. Big Sandy actually sounds like some husky broad who runs her own bar or something, and everyone in the town knows her and knows how to fuck around in her bar. Be careful, Big Sandy will hit you with a frying pan.
I like the pun.
Thanks everyone for all the subs and likes and comments and
That's appreciated,
super
guys.
likes and yeah.
well amazing. Sorry, I'm focused because I'm doing a little bit of lining, covering all the smaller gaps.
Mike is going to bed now. Have a great,
Yeah, good night,
have a good
Mike.
sleep, Mike. Um, he all right. It's been fun. Have a great day. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Hope you have a really good night's sleep.
Yeah, we'll try to catch up very soon. Just this few days till the launch of the website is quite busy.
Yeah, and I would say I was saying like what I'm embracing now, which is ironic because I've never been so sleep deprived almost. I have, but very much sleep deprived. Um, Everything is downstream from sleep, Mike. So when you have good sleep, everything becomes
Gets
easier.
better.
So that's why I'm forcing myself now to get up at the same time every single day, no matter what, no matter if it's 4 hours of sleep or whatever. So. Okay, this got automatically moderated by the YouTube algorithm, but I'll read it out because BMCK also mentioned it before. The guy behind your back been watching your body so intensely. He's referring to Paul Reed. Weekends, I'm a night owl. If you can manage to do it, it's great. But like if I kind of have to have one standard routine. The older I get, the more so. Okay, good night, Mike. I meant that aristocrat-looking portrait. Yeah, that is Paul Reed, the real-life MMA fighter. Cage of Pandit, you missed my previous comment. Let's see. Let me just see if I can find it. No, I didn't mention it. Your latest comment was just making your portrait. Then it's fine. You seem to be a warrior, I guess. That's the comment you were referring to, I think. Matt says, usually I wake up at 4 a.m., do push-ups, then go for a walk, then get ready for work. That's what I'm trying to get to. Not 4 o'clock maybe a little bit later, but that's what I'm trying to adjust myself into. It's just after the cancer and the coma and the crash and everything, I was on a lot of painkillers for quite some time, so it takes some time to regulate dopamine and all that kind of stuff, and sleep patterns and stuff, but it's a work in progress.
That's good.
Steve says, unbelievable girl, you are multi-talented.
Thank you very much.
So many talents. And again, sweetie, like now it's another stretch a little bit because you're in pre-fight camp, boxing debut this year, so like make sure you don't tense yourself up.
That's true, that's true. Yes, coach. This is my coach. Not in boxing directly, but a lot of it.
Where do you even get a wingsuit made? There are several companies. The one that I've been extremely loyal to because I really like the philosophy of the company is a company called Phoenix Fly. Phoenix Fly, two words. You also have Tony Suits, the UK-based manufacturer, and then you have Squirrel, which is a US. It's a US company, but they make their wingsuits at the same facilities as a company called Ozone, which is a paragliding manufacturer. They all have different types of suits. The suits that I was flying from Phoenix Fly was specially made to do very, very aggressive terrain flying. So steep angle. They're a little bit tricky in the start. You have to be very good to get them to fly at the correct angle right from the start, at least back when I was flying. But once you get them flying, I would say it's like a manual gated car with rear wheel drive. You're gonna get a lot more enjoyment out of it, but it's more difficult. The other suits on the market, at least in my opinion, are more akin to like a four-wheel drive car. Still extremely good, don't get me wrong. You're not gonna go wrong with either manufacturer.
Well, no, of course, you kind of need to survive to be able to actually do that, not safely, but it's dangerous sport on its own, right? So
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Yeah, and then when you get your wingsuit made, you take measurements of your entire body, neck circumference, legs, everything. You get a custom suit made completely. And I mean, there's many different, all the manufacturers make different suits. Some are made for flying information, some are made for tricks to do barrel rolls and flying on your back and head down and all that kind of stuff. Whereas in some of the more specialized suits, so for instance, my suit literally had fins on the feet. That was to create so that I could carve turns more aggressively, but it also makes it twitchier. So yeah, that's my rant about wingsuits.
No, I think it was very informative, especially if someone who is into that.
Okay, so we have a rule on the channel. We delete comments like sexual and that kind of stuff. But when they're funny and they're not too gross, then we read them out. It's like, who made those shorts? Lockheed? Well done, lads. It's like, yeah, that was funny.
That was fun.
Can you practice in one of those wind tunnel rooms, practice maneuvers? As far, like, at least last time I checked, there was only one wind tunnel in the world made for wingsuits, and it's in Sweden. You can advance very quickly there. You probably know from because you skydive that like an hour in the wind tunnel is the same as like an enormous amount of packing parachutes and going up in the airplane and back and forth and down and that kind of stuff. But I've never been in one of those, and I was hyper specialized in one thing. I was never interested in flying informations and that kind of stuff. So when it comes to the proximity flying, you need to fly as fast as you possibly can, with smooth, gradual movements to really carve lines. And the reason why you're going fast too. So when you see a video of someone flying terrain, they're not actually flying at kind of flat ground. The terrain is very steep, but it looks flat because the wingsuit is angled very aggressively at the market, at an angle down at the terrain. Uh, and the logic behind wanting to go as fast as humanly possible is if you have more momentum, more speed, then you also have more power. So, meaning that if you see a problem, you can just change the aerofoil of your wingsuit by bringing your arms down a little bit, and you can disconnect from the terrain and fly away and open your parachute safely. The wind tunnel stuff, I never did, at least in the wingsuit. I've done it for skydiving, but that's different. So that's a vertical wind tunnel, and for wingsuit you need a horizontal. And as far as I know, there's only one.
It's nuts.
Also, I'm babbling a lot because she's in the zone. She's in flow state, I can tell.
I was listening to your skydiving thing, base jumping, skydiving.
Dog U Channel Tune says, that's amazing,
Thank you.
with 2 G's, so it's even more amazing. When you have 2 G's, it's like double G.
Double G,
Yeah, if you have triple G, then you're a boxer.
You're a boxer, yeah. You're the best boxers.
Every once in a while, getting ready to jump, I decide to sit down and not jump. It's rare though. That's actually that's a very healthy sign. One of the things that we, the more experienced people in base jumping specifically, is like you need to be able not to jump. And what I mean by that is, if it takes 6 hours to get to an exit point, you need to have water and clothing and stamina to walk for, at the very minimum, 12 to 14 hours, because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to jump to get back down. And the same in skydiving. If you don't feel comfortable, skydiving is incredibly safe, actually, statistically speaking, but it's a very safe attitude to have, and being able to ignore the peer pressure and just not jump is probably the smartest thing you can do for longevity in that kind of sport. It's the same with my trading. I would very much like to. I was wanting to buy gold yesterday because it hit a vital price point, but I didn't have the cash available in the right account, and the markets were closing in the United States, and on weekends you have thin liquidity in order books. So that's why it's like, you don't have to be a genius, all you have to do is avoid stupidity. That goes for training, it goes for skydiving, it goes for base jumping.
One guy had a tombstone sticker on his helmet, and I seen it. I was like, like nope, not jumping today. Yeah, I mean, stay with your gut feeling about those kind of things. It's my crash was actually I should have gone with my gut feeling, but I was in Brazil and I had snuck through favelas with armed criminals in it with quite a lot of expensive equipment on me, and scaled this mountain and it was scorching hot and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, I can't be bothered. Because it wasn't a very technical, difficult jump, but the conditions were not ideal, and it turned out to be an expensive mistake. But you can also look at it like that. It was a valuable lesson to learn. You definitely got a superstar on your team, buddy. I'm fully aware. Thank you, Pancake. Just wait until you see her boxing. She's also a very impressive boxer. And dancer, actually. And, oh, you're doing karaoke tonight, right, babe?
Yeah, I did karaoke tonight.
So she's hosting singing events in a bar in Natron. So she's going to be singing and everything. So she's kind of a quadruple threat. Singing, boxing, painting, dancing. Also, she's a fairly decent sprinter, actually. So 5 different things. How do you call that? 5-tuplet or
I don't know.
fituplet? I don't know.
No.
Tell me in the comments, guys.
Yeah.
Giovanni says this woman has elite Georgian genetics. Yeah, except the fact that she's blind. What's your prescription, babe?
-5.
-5, yeah, so you're blind. And Giovanni, you've been here in quite a few chats, I think. Welcome back. Well, yes, of course you've been here before. That's how you know she's Georgian. And I'll just double check now. Yeah, I know you've been here many times. But yeah, Pancake and Giovanni and Matt and everyone appreciate the
Yeah, thank you for
love
being
and
here.
support.
It really means a lot, guys. Sometimes I'm not very talkative. but-
Actually, let's see here. Well, actually, Pancake has a little YouTube channel going and stuff, so let's just throw him a sub. Boom. Oh yeah, I see you make custom shoes, huh?
Oh, that's cool.
Pink shoes. I have on pink underwear right now. No joke.
Yeah, no joke. I confirm.
So actually, Pancake, if you wanna get more subscribers and more importantly, so you can long term get monetized and that kind of stuff on YouTube, live streaming is
super valuable because it's not about just viewers, it's about the watch time hours. So that's a pro tip right there. It's now 12:55 in Vietnam. I don't know what's more art, the cake or the drawing. Well, yeah, like I said, if they're kind of funny-ish, then I read them out. If they're too crude, then you get time out. But that's okay. Ninja 2. I'm being honest though, like yeah, I'm married to her, so I know. It's coming along, Shade Rule says. Yeah, it is. King the Bag, you're so beautiful. I love your artwork.
Thank you very much.
Like heart, eye, smiley face, star, heart, emojis.
So many emojis.
So yeah, can you mention the competition one more time, Sue?
Yes, of course. So we're launching our website on Friday, 27th of March. And when,
Not 27th, sorry.
which day it is?
Next, today is 21st.
I think I checked it was 27th, but yeah, double check.
No, I'm just retarded. It is the Friday the 27th.
Okay, so it's Friday 27th, same hour. And there will be a limited edition prints launched as the first thing. However, right now it's just in the email sign up. And for those, the people who do sign up, they will get a chance, one of you at least, to get this size original painting made in acrylic paints by me with your reference. So we will pick randomly, obviously. That's kind of like an extra motivation just for people, more people to sign up to see upcoming products, which will be a lot of art prints and some merchandise here.
Redheaddiaries.net. It's also an aggregate for all the social medias, or TikTok, or Instagram, or or YouTube, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a cool way to give a little bit back to the ones that sign up. And the numbers are, relatively speaking, low, so you have a very high probability of winning.
Yeah, it's a high probability.
Joe Boo Dorothy from Omaha is in the building again. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Matt is donating again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, awesome. Thank you very much.
Ninja 2, what do you look like? Well, you're actually seeing her painting my face there. My beard is not as long, but the nose and the cheek and the chin and the eyes are mine. I'm 6'2" Norwegian guy, so I'm actually like about 220, so what's 220? Or 95, 96 kilograms is about 220.
Yeah.
Gilberto says art work looks awesome. Again.
Yeah, just carving out gradually.
And Matt is trying to start a circle-like battle with someone, and he's winning. Because no one else is super liking. Jokes aside though, like it's amazing to have that kind of support and
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a critical phase for us now, so yeah. And we are very much super appreciative of Matt especially, but the whole community. Everyone is so cool and chill in our chat now. As you can imagine, when a very attractive young girl starts live streaming and stuff, in the beginning it was a lot of nonsense. A lot of views, but also a lot of nonsense. Biggest stream was like 123,000 people. Now it's much smaller, but it's much higher quality.
Yeah.
So yeah. Joel says, hello, beautiful.
Hello?
Yunus says, this is my grandfather, Ottoman Sultan. Ottoman Sultan. Well, it's technically my base, and it's a Viking, but
Well, I haven't put the ornaments yet. When with the ornaments, you're gonna look way more like a Viking ornament.
Eddie says, well done. Ninja says, you're too tall for this Lamborghini. Yeah, Diana is 4'3" and it's challenging, but yeah. The one on the right looks like Gordon Ryan. We got that comic quite a few times. It's actually a real MMA fighter.
Paul Reed.
Paul Reed, very cool guy. Debuted at 35 after alcoholism and random drug use and that kind of stuff, and won his last professional MMA fight at age 50. So that's pretty wild.
Yeah, so he retired with the victory, and he's from Scotland.
From Bristol, right?
Bristol, yeah.
How much are the paintings? Okay, so let's break it down very quickly. The Paul Reed one is not for sale. It's a gift for him. Like he's someone we know. So these pictures for him. The one on top of that is called Valkyrie First Blood. It's the first one she ever made entirely on live stream. So that has a start price of around $3,000 at auction. And this is the first one that's going to be available as a limited edition print and a limited edition package with signed documents, handwritten signed documents with flowers picked here in Vietnam with wax imprints. Everything is going to be done by Diana. That will be sent individually besides the print. The prints will be available on redheaddiaries.net. The website is linked, it's written out in a pinned comment. And the one she's painting on now, it's going to be 26 or 24 hours minimum, probably more like 26 hours of painting in total. And that's going to have a starting price of auction at around $5,000. So yeah, but there is going to be some stuff at all price levels here. Prints and arts and like all that kind of stuff. So we're not trying to price ourselves out of, because we have a lot of fans from different demographics and that kind of stuff. We want to be able to do something for everyone. And if you sign up on the reddidiaries.net, you'll have the chance to win your own small handmade painting with your reference, painted live on live show. Davo Bravo, this is how many hours does it have to take her? So this painting she's working on now is 15 hours in, and there's at least 9 more hours in this one. So there's going to be so much detail and so many different things. Ninja Chusa, I'm actually in vain. I took down 5 guards, and I don't think I would make it. I'm not sure what you mean.
Pocket scrolling though.
No, but it's when we were talking back and forth. Davo Bravo says, wow, that's crazy. Okay, Matt is like
I told you he went on another side quest.
he's like a drunk rapper in a strip club. As the bills are flying around. Again, much appreciated,
Much
Matt.
appreciated.
It's amazing. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And like more than anything for your contributions, not monetarily, but the comments and the moderation and always being here and that kind of stuff is like, you're genuinely one of those people, like with Kayla, is like we've sent her an email out, like if you didn't show up in the chat for a while, we would reach out and be like, hey, what's going on? Chili Pep says, damn, that's pretty nice. Ninja 2, you should do Mr. Beast. I'll be honest, I don't think that's gonna happen unless he decides to become a boxer or an MMA fighter and that kind of stuff.
Or unless he commissions me or something.
Yeah.
And even there, still a little bit of negotiation regarding the type of art.
I'm not trolling, I'm in deep pain right now. They wanted me out of the perimeter. Okay, then let us know what happened. I'm sorry you're in pain.
So yeah, we're sorry. Unfortunately, we can't help you either. That's the problem. If there is any moral support you can provide, just stay around. You know, sometimes you're in a situation when you're in pain, you're waiting for the ambulance, and you need to distract your focus. Well, for that, we're here.
Matt said it was low. I'm imagining that was the comment I said. He's like a drunk rapper in a strip club today. In the nicest possible way.
Yeah, we just joke, but it's like just funny.
Hey, Wade's experience. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is slapping Peter Jan in heaven right now.
Yeah.
Wade.
Only Chuck Norris could do that.
I told Mr. Beast and the mayor, so I'll let you know, sir. Okay, Ninja, thank you. A serious note though, Chuck Norris was a legend. He's a champion kickboxer in real life, but also all the stuff he did on the screen and more than anything, not more than anything, but what I remember most is Walker, Texas Ranger, and all the jokes around Chuck Norris. Anybody in the chat remember Walker, Texas Ranger? And the elasticity of Chuck Norris's pants when he would do round off kicks. Walk around with a giant belt buckle and was basically kick crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Yeah, the show Texas Ranger. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Matt is at it again. Super chat battle anyone? Smiley face.
We can stop you. But no, it's highly appreciated. Not everyone is that generous, and again, that's no stress with the super chats. One of the reasons we're making the website is also because people can actually support us and get something in return. So we're not like a super chat folks that are like, oh, I'll do this and super chat me, but this is very generous of you, Matt.
Yeah, very much appreciated.
I was saying I would work on this thing on the face, but I think I'm very much sticking to the helmet. And it's kind of
Or a
turning out
helmet.
to be good.
Okay, Anatoly. Took it up, says, guys, let's gather donators to the artist. Let's gather, donate to this artist. She's so talented, but unfortunately doesn't have enough clothes.
It was funny, but
And that's what I'm saying. It's like if there's like kind of like innuendo comments, but they're funny, we let them slide. But you also have to think it. We're in Vietnam. It's super hot here.
you gotta see Chris. He's in his pink underwear right now on the couch. So, we're just-
Hey, Wade's experiences joined the super chat battle. Thank you, Wade.
Oh, thanks. Oh, that's cool.
Your donation is going to go directly towards the fund for slapping Peter Jan.
100%.
Like I said, Chuck Norris is now, right now as we speak, in heaven, slapping Peter Jan. And to everyone in the chat that doesn't understand what we're talking about, we have a running joke with this guy. Now Matt has another one, another dollar here.
You got the good battle, guys.
Yeah, like
Don't mind.
like Anatoly says, she can't afford clothes apparently.
Yeah, I'm so I don't have enough clothes, guys. It's freezing here in Southeast Asia, so please
Yes,
let's get her some money for my clothes.
Matt, another one, and he's ramping up the donations. Oh, yeah.
How same dynamic goes on the paintings when the paintings actually go auction. Not between you necessarily, guys, but yeah, people literally fighting over it.
Wade says Chuck Norris's ghost will slap Peter Jan when he sleeps. Yeah, he will also slap Peter Jan when Merab Dvalashvili sends him to heaven. Chuck Norris lives on in our beards. Ninja 2 says.
Yeah.
Okay, bring on the Chuck Norris jokes. Like, Anatoly says, the one who mentioned that you can't afford clothing. Thanks, Matt, he says. BMCK, let's be honest, we're here for Chris, lol. I'm in the background twerking in my pink underwear. So,
Okay, another kiss for that one.
not so many good. Marab will get his revenge. He will for sure. That trilogy is going to be Marab's. DMCK says ha 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 ha. Yeah, okay. That was one of those where it's like I was trying to be a little bit funny, and then it crashed and burned, and I knew it the second it, when it came out of my mouth.
Still good try, babe.
So I'm gonna shut up now and cower in the corner. Uh, 40, uh, 40, 27. Bro, can you tell me the magic words you said to bag a beauty like this? Actually, it was a line, and it at least it that was part of it. But I literally was messaging her, and I said that like I'd crashed my Viking ship in Batumi, which is yeah closest city in Georgia, and I'm from Norway, so I actually have a Viking ship, and I said that I'm here to find the prettiest girl and bring her home with me.
Worked.
And then BMCK said, okay, Matt, another donation, thank you so much.
I'm just wondering how much was the total. It's like, and it's super awesome that. But we're a little bit concerned now. Are you just like? No, I like the idea of thinking of you doing super cool side quests from your few main stuff, and you know, you're just like a Robin Hood. You're just you know, like.
Okay, well, I actually I have to say, so the YouTube moderation thing sometimes block things. So I'm gonna try to show it now. BMCK said, he said, hey, do you want to see my pink underwear? So yeah, I didn't have pink underwear. The pink underwear is a later edition now.
Yeah, you ordered some cheap good underwear and just arrived in pink. Part of it.
Well, you scored big, brother. Congratulations, bro. From 40, 27. Ninja 2 said, I did the same thing, but I crashed the bolt first. Listen at Chris in the background, lol. That's Texas Madre. We're buddies on the stream here. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think, I don't think, I know that like a lot of it is to find people that you have respect for more than anything. It's like the feelings that are in the beginning, they're gonna fade. You have to build like a real partnership thing, and
Yeah.
I was very conscious about what type of person that I wanted, with a very specific psychological profile, and that's why it works so well. This is our 4th year now, and I think we've had, well, now 11 fights in total. We had a little one here, but that's the whole thing. Is you have to have find people that are not just good looking, but also work well with your personality type.
That is cool.
It takes 2 to tangle. Yep. Andrew Martinez says great artwork, and Texas made 3 writes Aries Brotherhood. And let me just emphasize that both me and Texas are Aries. We're not Aryans, we're Aries. Well, I'm technically Aryan, but we were joking earlier. Our star sign is Aries, and we were joking about like Aries power, and that's the reference of Aries Brotherhood. Yeah, it takes 2 to tangle. Compatibility. Yeah, it's you have to look beyond the exterior, and 40 is also Aries. Birthday tomorrow. Ah, congratulations, man.
Oh, congratulations. Cool.
And then 40 also asks, tell me about it. I'm 33 and I've had 4 failed relationships. I just decided to stay alone because when a girl is smoking hot, they turn out to be crazy as hell. If yes and no, they can be very attractive. She's definitely not crazy, but okay, take this in the intention it's meant. You actually have to train your partner.
Yeah.
You have to domesticate them.
Oh, thanks, Matt, again.
Okay, where Matt is going wild today. He's trying to get everyone in on the
Battle.
in on the super chat battle. Appreciate all your hard work. That's what he writes.
Appreciate. Well, it's also, there are some patterns from the past life. There are certain behaviors. I'm not even the good, decent people have something coming up, and sometimes it's just about a good partner. You stick together, but you also challenge each other. It's more like it causes a further growth together, because neither of you are willing to stay at the same spot and just, but you gotta accept the way I am. No, you shouldn't take anyone's bullshit for real, and part of having a strong good relationship is actually challenging each other a little bit and calling out for each other for some of the nonsense, and then learning from it and actually trying not to do it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a learning process. But also, you have to be a little bit strategic. For instance, before we moved in together, I took Diana to Cyprus in the low season for an entire month, because you don't want to move in with someone before you've spent a significant amount of time with them in all their different states. And well, the only thing I found, or one of the things that I found out, that she sleeps an enormous amount. She has one of the best sleeping hearts I've ever seen. I'm not exaggerating. Some of the days she would sleep for like 14 hours. So yeah, but that's a good tip for the guys right there. It's like, don't ask them to move in. Ask them to go away with you, or spend a significant amount. Go on a vacation together, because then all the you see all the crazy, and before you actually move in together, or the lack of crazy, all depending. Andrew Martinez says all my paintings are black and gray. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. I could keep them all like red. I'm just challenging myself into a little bit of colors, and now gradually introducing some of the colors. But I'm also not, I don't think I'm going to make very bright portraits unless it's very cool, dynamic. I like dynamic portraits, so I'm going to definitely play between color and black and white.
Ninja 2 says, I'm pretty hot, I'm the curse. Miguel Rombo, welcome back. I'm pretty sure you've been here before. Says, she got talent. And
Thank you.
And Fun F8H. Hello Becky, how are you doing?
Finally, Becky.
Welcome back. We got the Becky Lynch reference for the day.
Yeah, well less, but again, it's getting there.
404027 says, wish you all the best though, bro. Hopefully I'll find one, but at this point I'm not so sure. Lol. Thanks for the congratulations,
Well,
or for the congrats.
At least it takes one. It doesn't take 10 or 100. It's a one person.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, you have to find environments where you find people. Like, I don't think you're gonna have much success, or you're gonna have less success if you're finding people that you meet when you're drunk and in a
My
bar
other person.
yelling over disco music and that kind of stuff. So it's like it's about the 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 environment and that kind of stuff. Also, it's like people used to meet in church and in sports together and that kind of stuff. You know, so they had similar values. Whereas like now these days, there's a lot of a complete lack of values, and it's all just about the looks and money and all that kind of stuff. Two hours and 12 minutes in, and 144 likes.
That's great.
And money all over the floor from Matt. Appreciated Matt, appreciated weights.
We need to start thinking, putting Matt as our sponsor or something.
Like I said, when we build the compound, he knows he has so many skills, so it's like he's definitely gonna come and help build. Fon says, what's your real name, Alibaba Becky?
Alibaba Becky.
Timo Becky.
My name is Diana.
Is
Hi,
that-
my name is Diana. I'm Alibaba Becky.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
What is the you know how it works, you know, you forget a girl's name and you have to take her to Starbucks. Top tip right there, guys. It's like, hey, come with me to Starbucks if you forget the name. The barista will write it on the cup. Ninja 2 says, I'm Will. Well, nice to meet you, Will. Throw us a sub and join in more chats and like I don't know if you've heard, but like this is something we focus a lot on, is to have a small core audience of people we engage with to like a core audience that we engage with a lot, and we know people's screen names and like a little bit of background and that kind of stuff, because yeah, it's very nice to have a community of good people to speak to.
Yeah.
Fun. No, I'm not taking her to Starbucks. Is she Irish or related to Anglo-Saxon? Actually, he's asking, are you Irish or related to Anglo-Saxon?
Me.
Yeah.
What? I'm Georgian.
Yeah.
We're Slavic roots. So we're with
No, I'm not taking her to Starbucks. Okay. Yeah. It was more a joke, but anyway, it was more.
Well, Chris never been in Starbucks in case.
Honestly, yes, I haven't. That's actually just a funny joke. You know, you forget a girl's name, you take her to Starbucks, she says the name to the barista, and oh yeah, okay, fine. Is anybody old enough to remember the Seinfeld episode where Jerry can't remember his girlfriend's name, and it's something that kind of sounds like a female body part? Yay, the nurse is here. So you're in the hospital, huh? Are they gonna give you some painkillers and stuff? Matt remembers the Seinfeld episode.
Okay, so he's in the hospital. Okay, hospital is at a safe medical environment. So I'm relieved.
Guys, as a talented traditional artist, do you feel AI is negatively impacting the art industry by devaluing handmade work, flooding the market, or making it harder for real creators to stand out?
I guess it made it harder for real creators to stand out, no 100%, but you kind of need to learn how to, if you can't do it the old school way anymore, just create an art, but that's always been changing. So today it's about creating your own personality and a brand and presence and kind of tie it in with it. Then you can tie AI, just the physical art, music, everything you do is going to be tied in with you. People want to see real people. No matter how good AI is or becomes, they will want to see a real person.
Well, this is the whole thing too. It's like when AI start taking over and robots are doing all that kind of stuff, it's like people that actually develop skills that like genuine artwork and craftsmanship and that kind of stuff. It can actually be paradoxically kind of an edge if you're doing things that are completely natural and that kind of stuff. And like
Another super chat donation.
thank you, Matt.
Thank you, man. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know how to react to that anymore. As I said, I hope it's not your cat walking on the keyboard and just
If so, good cat.
good cat. Yeah.
No, but we were talking about it like it's the other day. It's like tradespeople now are gonna start making wild money because white collar jobs are gonna disappear a lot because AI is taking over so much, and the technology is not there yet to do the intricate art, like intricate artwork or intricate trades work and that kind of stuff. Matt here, for instance, he please give us your resume again because it's so much stuff, but it's yeah, he has an enormous, yeah, he has an enormous amount of physical skills. And we're talking to another guy that's like, he's already a plumber and also becoming an electrician at the same time, and he's kind of positioning himself.
I'm definitely learning more of the crafts. Again, when we're more settled, and yeah, I would continue to create art and paintings, but just like building up the furniture, learning how to like. And it starts a little bit from your own home, actually. When you have a house and you build it up, you actually can learn it. People learn how to build houses from YouTube, and then they have a practice. So.
Yeah, you also see this in like, if you see modern European cities versus old school, modern US cities, I mean, versus old school European cities, and that kind of stuff, like the craftsmanship to wood carving and all that kind of stuff, because labor used to be super cheap and the materials were expensive. Now it's the opposite way around. In Norway, for example, it costs so much money with the labor, so everything is pre-produced and pre-manufactured and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope that answers your question a little bit. I think that artistic expression, really high quality, will actually increase in value because of AI. Because when I hear AI voice in the video now, and I see all this AI slop, I just press don't recommend channel. Fun for 8H. Right, Ilya Tupuria and Merab country. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, and fun. Just so you know, Diana's also making a professional boxing debut this year. She's now one of her training partners is the current WC Intercontinental champion in bantamweight. And yeah, okay. So there's more fighters and this one specifically coming out of Georgia now. Not MMA, but specifically boxing. Okay, so here is Matt with his ridiculous CV or skill set. It's like when you play a role playing game like Baldur's Gate or something like that, then you get to choose all your action. He just maxed out. He did all the side quests and he maxed out all the stats. So bus driver, welding, drywall, roofing, plumbing, heating and AC, concrete finisher, framer, archer. I'm adding now. Archer, I added because I know he does. Archer, moderator, drunk rapper in a strip club with his donations. So it's like he's really building, and I know he's a skydiver, and hopefully at some point, wingsuit flyer too. I would love to help you get your wings.
Just careful.
Yeah, out of airplanes is super safe. Off of cliffs like it is stupid, but like cliffs is planes is super safe. When I worked as a skydiving instructor and tandem master and that kind of stuff, I used to tell people, it's like, statistically, and this is absolutely true, you're more likely to crash and die on your way to the drop zone than you are to die jumping off of out of an airplane.
Well, that was a bit hard to tell to someone whose father died skydiving specifically. Remember you said that to Ben, and he's like, my father actually died skydiving.
But yeah, it
And I was
happens.
like, such a low, it's generally a very low problem.
Yeah, but we're talking about statistics here, and like that's the outliers.
Sure, I'm just saying, it's like people still base it on their own experience, you know?
And non-fiction asks, how do I join your class? So I haven't been skydiving and wingsuit flying for quite some time. Like, a very long story short, right before COVID, I had a very serious crash. I destroyed a building with my face in Brazil. I was in a coma for a long time, and I had to learn to walk again, and had a full tracheotomy and the whole 9 yards. So I haven't gotten back in the sky just yet, and right now we're busy with so many other things, but further down the line, hopefully when I have my own plane, then we will get back to the sky. Way more viewers if you did yoga. Well, we don't care so much about viewers, we care about good people, good conversations, and quality output.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the thing. I think I'm getting done with, well, not done, but done with the definition of the layers. And
Okay,
from
so,
the next one, I will be able to start working on the actual details.
so Matt is continuing his resume, and I'm pretty sure he's actually Batman. He's just making up stories that he's a humble bus driver and stuff. You're actually Batman. So Apache knife fighting, former judo for 17 years, but my teacher no longer living. I did also judo when I was younger, but it's a very long time ago, and I only remember a few things. Bert is back in the chat. Welcome back, Bert.
Welcome back, Bert.
That looks awesome. Appreciate it.
Well, I think, let me look at the, I would want to just show this one, like this, for a little bit, to see the colors. Yeah, I think it's actually getting quite dope. And essentially I went for a darker helmet. I kind of went off from the original, but that's okay. I'm gonna start adding up the lighter ornaments. It's gonna look brighter, but yeah, other than that, we just have a light.
Non-fiction 11.3 or SS. Damn, you're pretty good. Thumbs up. Do you sell these?
Yes. And we do that in a certain sequence. So first we'll sell Let me show you. First blood, we will sell the prints in original size, a limited edition, starting from Friday next week, the March 28th. So
Official launch.
yeah, you can launch and you can sign up for the. You can go and do the email sign up. Just go to my channel page and click on the link in the bio description. Paul Reed original one is a gift for Paul himself, and prints also will be available. And this painting is obviously both original and the prints will be available, but I'm just getting done with the base layers here. As you see, this is just a blueprint. I'm gonna continue working on top of it, and it's gonna be way more like the eyes. He looks blind, but it's not a finished look, and it looks like Chris. It's my husband's features are as the reference here. So I'll just do it like this, so you can see a little bit of everything, but I just kind of zoom in a little bit. Feel free to change the angle if you want to.
Hybrid FC said you painted me. Actually, she painted you, but if you look like that, you're extremely good looking and probably extremely intelligent and charming and
Of
everything.
course. Of course.
Vanilla Bean 520. I just stumbled across this. The artwork is amazing, definitely subscribing, and very much considering purchasing your work. Well, that's amazing, Vanilla Bean.
Amazing statement. We'll definitely let you know about the auctions, but before that, we're actually selling the prints of the artwork as well. So the first lot, Valkyrie, starting from the Friday next week, March 27th, we're gonna launch our website where the limited edition prints will be available for this one, and in original size and very good quality Canva. And those two also prints. However, original prints, so prints will be always for all of my artwork, because I want more of the people kind of afford it and have some, you know, if not an original art, then at least a print, but with original certificate that I make handmade and send.
With wax stamps
Yeah,
and
like a
dried
literally-
flowers
Yeah.
and
Something from me directly. And original paintings always gonna go last. When I say last, I mean, for example, we sell out the limited prints on this one. Then we start looking into auctioning the First Blood Valkyrie painting. So same here. Paul Reed goes to Paul Reed himself, prints sell out. This one also, we launch prints first and then original paint. A little bit like a build up as well.
one thing I would mention, Vanilla Bean, is the pin comment, redditdiaries.net. If you sign up there, you're in on a short list of people to be drawn as a competition. So you might get a custom made hand family
Dog.
or dog or whatever.
Backyard like this one.
So you will also then get notified when the website opens. There's an aggregate for all her social media. You will get updates on her boxing career. She's turning professional this year, working with a very good team now, with some WBC champions and experienced fighting coaches and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Well, I would say I joined the crew. It's like a locked up. It's not like I'm training into that. It's more like a very good experienced boxing coach, old school, like Soviet coach, who trained he trained quite a prominent Russian boxers, including Nikolai Valuev. If you know who that is, like he's been a very scary heavyweight. And one of the guys who is training right now there is also adapted and doing sparrings and pair work and everything.
Islambek.
Islambek Pirmiev, who is the WBC Intercontinental Bantamweight champion, which is quite
And has a
impressive.
very similar fighting style to you.
Yeah.
Goes down low. I mean, obviously, he's more aggressive. He's a little
Obviously,
bit more
he's a
aggressive.
male and he's jacked up and stuff, but yeah, like a lot of sitting in, setting up that left hook on the come up. That's very, very cool, you know, and from those kind of people you learn. Even there is also another guy who's also competitive. I think he rather doing debut or he doesn't have that many fights, but he's like a tall, good boxer, good range boxer. Like with this kind of people, you spar a little bit, they work with you, and they give you one little tip that exactly works. So that is the difference between working with someone who actually does boxing and also grows, they grow themselves as a boxers for the competition, whether it's just friendly sparring partners with the non-professional level.
So Matt is asking, what's your favorite punch to throw?
Favorite punches. So I actually love leaving that on the from the right side, leaving the left hook, so it would go 1, 2 stomach,
Yeah.
and then leave like an overhead or.
Isn't the left hook the statistically the one that gets the most knockouts?
Yeah, front, but yeah, left hook because majority are yeah, so front hook and majority left hooks because you have majority of orthodox stance people. That is true because it is kind of, you might go, let's say you miss the first one, then you land right hook and then left hook, boom, like from the full range, and it's a boxing move coming from the amateur school, and a lot of greatest boxers, you have amateur boxers basically with the best, like Olympians and world champions in the amateur, so it's basically taught from the first time. They say you finish combo with the front hand, and hook is like a very comfortable one to throw that.
Yeah, very nice. Actually, for me now, like I'm a little bit more of a novice than Diana. Diana has 10 years plus experience and enormous amount of training. But I'm orthodox in my stance, but actually now I'm integrating a switch stance or switch boxing right from the start, and doing southpaw work also. And what I found out that my right jab is actually extremely powerful.
Yeah, super strong.
And because I'm orthodox standard, I would box mostly in that stance, but to switch it and then have a very, very strong right jab will be a very, very vicious weapon.
Yes, it's true.
Vivek Sharma asks, why to beat and hit someone to earn money?
That's
That's
not
a-
for the money in our case, not really.
But I would also, let me just push back on this a little bit, because it's not about to beat and hit someone. Yes, that's technically what you're doing to a certain extent, but the boxing is called the gentle art for a reason.
Gentleman's art or
Gentleman's,
sweet science.
yeah, the sweet science. It's so much about footwork, pacing your opponent. It's a chess game, but you're getting punched in the face, and you can get liver shots that will put you down to the ground. So also for Diane, it's a lot about the dichotomy of the experience, right? By dichotomy, I mean this artwork she's doing is very peaceful, very meditative, very calm, very gentle, very, the process itself, I mean, her artwork is quite rough.
Yeah.
But So it's a good idea to have both aspects in life, both brute force and hard power and aggression, and also gentle and gentleness
Grace.
and grace and being tactical, being a tactician. Matt says it's a sport, and T Bird says it's a contest, and it's also the wit of the minds. How smart can you be? The best example I can think of when it comes to that is the Rumble in the Jungle, when Ali was going against Foreman, when he did the rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
That was a tactically brilliant move. Everyone
The whole
thought.
fight was a tactical brilliant
Yeah,
move.
but that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not just the whole fight.
Yeah.
The lead up to it, the
Yeah.
trash talking, the press conferences, the getting Foreman angry so he would tire himself out, and everyone if you've seen the footage, you've seen the movie of it, where all the Africans were saying Ali Boumbaye, Ali Boumbaye.
Yeah.
It's like the psychology of it all, and then he would. And all the commentators, when the fight was happening, you're like, why is he doing this? He's just on the ropes. He's getting beat up. It's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he created this beautiful piece of
Art.
theater, yeah, a form of art, where he strategically made him weak, but he also, everyone was like, oh, what is he doing? No, he's getting beat up.
Yeah.
So everyone's feelings, everyone's emotions were very
Yeah.
deep in the
Invested.
and then he had this triumphant return, and that's something called the hero's arc. So in storytelling, you have you can't just start at the beginning, at the top. I mean, you have to have some struggles, you have to have some challenges along the way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, very good point. I personally was listening, but I was quite invested.
So yeah, that's what we're trying to say. It's like boxing is, yeah, you're technically punching people, but it's so much more than that.
Yes.
And yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think I'm gonna kind of wrap it up for today, just for the sake of resting a little bit, having breakfast, for training.
Bert Clemens writes, I'm all about knowing how to fight, but I think multiple hammer fist when the opponent is already down is a punk move. Well,
In boxing, though.
we were talking about boxing, and that's not legal in boxing. It's not within the rule set, and this the.
It's MMA. You could ask them.
I mean, in boxing, it's like it's a gentleman's rules. It's like when your opponent is down, you don't hit him anymore. So, but I can agree with your point to a certain extent. I know, brother. Yes, that's what he writes. I know, brother. But yeah, like I said, we were responding to someone asking like, why beat someone to earn money? And it's not about that. It's about the challenge and the sport and the
For some
tactical.
people it is. For
Yeah.
us, it's not about money. I don't really actually care in the beginning being even paid for my pro fights because, especially with the artwork, we already make good money, and on the top of it, it's kind of like it's more for the long.
We
term.
make okay money for Vietnam because we
Yeah.
have income from the outside. We don't actually work in this country for a company or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's, this the whole thing is like we want the motivation to be
Yeah.
the art and the sport and everything. And
Yeah, 100%. I just want to put it for a little bit here, if you don't mind. You can bring the chair if you want. Just so this painting shows better. Actually, cool contrast. In the phone, it looks more greenish, but here it actually is not the case. So camera, yeah, camera always creates some sort of distortion. have here? Oh, Tibert, I just, Chris sent the comment, but I didn't see you. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. I did actually recognize it. It's just sometimes you forget to mention people. I don't forget people already. So when do you have the meeting with the fighting crew and the coach?
I think 4:30.
4:30.
I was thinking just to maybe eat and have a little nap or something.
Eat and fart and nap.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
A lot of pieces.
What is happening? We're just finished almost 3 hours of live painting and questions and silly jokes about pink underwear.
But also, well, in the meantime, I was painting and well, making the helmet look good. And I like it actually. At least in the camera, it looks quite dope.
Yes, baby. It's definitely dope.
And yet it's still without the. Wait a minute. Sorry.
I know what she's gonna do with this, and it's going to be very cool. I think it's gonna be probably her best piece ever. And yeah, we're just showing off some of our artwork. Like I said, interacting with
Mindia is in the chat in Georgian. Bedni Diana, Mokitkombo says happy day, Diana, and say hi to your husband. And Mindia is.
Yeah, no, I remember you mentioning Mindia. What's up, Mindia? Hope everything is good in Georgia.
Well, they actually, there was a second event of Georgian MMA organization
Oh, okay,
called
cool.
the Kena 2.
Ah,
So it's a
cool,
Kena 1 and the Kena 2. And actually, Cowboy Oliveira was fighting with, that's a very old school UFC, like a veteran. He fought one of our.
Cowboy Cerrone.
No, not Cerrone. There's that one too.
Cowboy what?
Oliveira.
Oh, Cowboy Oliveira. I thought you meant Cowboy
No,
versus
not
Oliveira.
Cerrone. No, not.
No, because of Oliveira, because they were.
No, they have fought with a Georgian guy.
Ah, okay,
And they
gotcha.
brought some other people. So
Yeah.
it was, and they're making more on the event. Like Mirab spoke about that, supported and liked the event. So, media scholarships, Rogochaya, to guess which chairman, Rogochaya, and Alma.
Everything she do is good because she does it with passion, Miguel says. That is true.
Thank you, yeah, that's true.
Donald won against Alex, so he's the better cowboy, I guess.
Yeah, no, good point. Speaking of, well, Mindia, as much as he's Georgian MMA UFC commentator, he's like very heavy into the combat sports. They're having podcasts, so he's like, if there is an MMA in Georgia, Mindia is like one of the people that comes to your mind as the commentator, as someone who analyzes the fight, and has a TikTok that is Georgian, but that's what he does. He's very great at it. what was I about to say? But he also knows and loves boxing a lot, and we were like he shared with me some of the cool boxers like Nicole Niolocci, for example, with his move. But that's
fucking hell, his defense is like nothing
well,
I've ever
that's
seen.
Mindia introduced me to him.
Nicole Niolocci is just...
Yeah,
like, you think Mayweather has good defense?
his
Look-
head movement.
Yeah, no,
it's
but like, no, it's... Yes, defense, but like the way he was
timing just fluid.
breathtaking.
Yeah, breathtaking. Again, it was amazing. Yeah. And well, speaking of what I was saying is, I'm actually training now. So in the transport tonight, they kind of organize a little pro group of pro boxers. Some of them, there's the guy who wants to debut, and there's a coach from St. Petersburg, like an old school coach. He trained Nikolai Valuev and some of the big like Russian boxers who does special heavyweights. Very nice man, very very sweet, very like.
Yeah,
very
I
interesting
really
coach.
like this vibe. He's...
Yeah, very
cool
chill,
dude.
like very good coach. And one of the guys who trained with us is a WBC Intercontinental Bantamweight Intercontinental Bantamweight champion with the amateur record of 230.
230, 13, and 10 straight win, all knockouts in
And in the
professional.
professional they get 10 and all knockouts or something. So being quite actively training now.
Islamabek, pronounce the last name?
Islamabek Pemir.
Islamabek Premier.
Yeah, all media might know actually. Yeah, boxing is still #1 combat sport for me, but don't tell this in Georgia. I won't. We're keeping a secret.
So Orb Form, welcome back, says you really did those 3 pretty fast. Only halfway through the main one.
If you think about it, when did I start the first one? In January something? And now it's March. So those 3 are done within the 3 months. Which is not bad, I would say. And that's not even every day. Some days where I wouldn't do it, maybe.
Well, welcome back, Orb Form. Vanilla Bean, did any fires inspire you to get into boxing, or did you start it as a hobby?
In the boxing, well, it started more of. I moved to boxing from karate, Goju karate, and I just started martial arts just to get stronger, be more confident, be able to defend myself, just something that I liked and I really wanted to do always. But then I moved from karate. I just realized boxing is something that is for me, and pretty much stayed in boxing. I did a little bit of general overall training. I did a little bit BJJ and some MMA training with MMA folks, even a little bit freestyle wrestling, which was very cool. But none of that was professional. It was more just for fun. And boxing is something that I've been doing on the higher level.
But was there any fighters that inspired you? Or was it like...
Who inspired me? I can tell you who is inspiring me now, and since the last year, me getting better. There are definitely some favorite boxers like Manny Pacquiao. Tyson was more explosive, peekaboo style. More like a divergence, like Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins. Then you have Joe Calzaghe. Out of the modern ones, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia actually showed quite well. He dismantled Barrera.
Yeah, but when I know which one that inspired you more than anything was Tyson.
I said Tyson, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, no.
I
Mike
meant
Tyson, not
Yeah.
Tyson Fury. Not that
Mike Tyson. No, not Tyson.
Tyson
Fury,
Fury,
Mike
not
Tyson.
that Tyson
Mike-
Fury is a bad boxer at all. It's just Tyson's on a whole different.
But there's so many. I think I can watch and enjoy every boxer and praise them and say, talk about how great they are in certain things, what's their key aspect of their styles, but you know, boxing is such a big sport. Mentioning every single boxer that inspired you or you liked is a little bit hard. Out of females, I would put the Katie Taylor, and out of the old ones, Anne Wolf. Anne Wolf was like a female Tyson. She just knocked out quite a high knockout rate and very, very tough. Must have strong legs. Yes, I do.
And your legs got stronger and better, and your footwork got better when you were training sprinting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, it's in Georgian. I'll read it in Georgian so you can hear a little bit Georgian and I'll translate it. Ստիլებს զալեն դիտի მნიშვნელობა, ուստա ասորմոս դատից կանմալობაში աթեսոբիտ ստիլիս մոկրիվը գույնը խავს, ամիտոն արիս կրիվի կանսխուագուլի կոլապրիզգան սայրտոտ. He says that the styles make the sport and it has a big importance, and in 150 years of the thousands and thousands boxing styles that we witnessed, that's why boxing is so much more different than any other sport. And well, it's called sweet science, it's called gentleman's sport for a reason, right?
More squiggly letters, maybe.
Yeah. Daniel,
I actually love Georgian writing.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. It looks like
it's
very
beautiful writing. Daniel Tulia also for a pindibins Gaspagos Palasnar Tulia and Mogitos the Italian Beria. Yeah, it's very hard to see those like boxers with a good style, good footwork, good character to their style, and not like them. And there's so many of those. If you like, the more you learn sport, I would add the style activity. I would add one more thing, that the more you learn that sport, the more people you watch, different weight classes, different eras, you kind of get a little bit lost. You're like, there's so many, it's hard to bring up the best because you start remembering, oh, but this one is great, but that one is also great.
And then you start to look at the people that like looked invincible at one point, and then somebody comes up.
Like a transitioning era. So.
Yeah, like when there's like these shifts in boxing. Tyson was a very small heavyweight, technically. He was just so devastating. And then when Lomachenko, he was one of those guys that completely changed the game. When he came in, because no one thought. I mean, he technically lost one match early on, but low blows, all kinds of nonsense. Like the way he was, no one had seen anything like that.
Yeah, the style.
And then when Usyk did something very similar when he came up to heavyweight. I mean, his cruiserweight fights were amazing, but when he went up to heavyweight, he was so small. Like, look, and everyone who fought him, everyone who fought him, Anthony Joshua just said, I have never been that exhausted with anyone in the ring. So like, it just shows you there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, it's a dimensions to boxing, because when in the boxing in the beginning, what we're taught, we're first taught to move hips and hands and go up, like just the body, how to synchronize body, and we add up forward and backward movement with the steps, a little bit side left right movement. But the more advanced, and there are a lot of like, how to say that, intermediate and good levels kind of stay around that, and this is the majority that what they do. But there are so many more dimensions to boxing, and then you have like a switching gears, almost like.
I think one very underrated is, or not underrated, like a lot of people know about it. So I talked about that, Bernard Hopkins.
Okay, hold up. Against Salido, he won for me. Which fight you're talking about? Because I don't see the previous message you were talking about. I mean, there's Romel Zolaze Laparaco. Arterio, he said. Yeah, just spoil everybody that didn't say it. Yeah, Mindy also knows a lot of boxers there, like maybe, because you have boxing history, but not necessarily the boxers that they were not stars in like a very broadcasted in their period, right? So it's kind of I need to dig them out a little bit. So, but yeah, pretty much.
Mindy is saying Luma versus Salido was Luma's second.
Loma Salido,
Yeah,
yes.
that was the thing, is like his first fight, that's what I was talking
Oh,
about.
that's the
His
one.
first fight was, the judges didn't deduct a single point from the guy who hit him 43 times under the belt,
Mm-hmm.
and you really couldn't see, you could see that Loma was great,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't really see it. And then when he came out on that Salido fight, he's just, everyone was talking about it. And then I think it was, what's the guy that used to work with Tyson, he fell out with, Atlas.
Yes.
What was his first name again? Atlas.
I don't remember but I remember the surname.
Yeah, so he was saying, I think Lomachenko only had like 3 fights or something, and Atlas was already talking about it. Everyone was like, this is the best pound for pound.
Yeah, Teddy Atlas.
Teddy, yeah, of course.
Media is like an encyclopedia of the boxing, so it's like quite cool.
Yeah, but Teddy was talking about Lomachenko from like his 3rd fight, and I was like, you're talking about a pound for pound best in the world with 3 fights? That's ridiculous. And the Atlas was like, just wait. Just
wait.
sit back and wait.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Okay, I remember that one. I even seen that the part where you said that there was just wait. Yeah, Loma, I think it was 2014 or 17. He was also by Ring Magazine. He was like the best pound for pound in the world. There was a year exactly for Loma. But yeah, anyways, that's like again boxing history. That's something you just need to sit in a good company. Like, well, when we're back in Georgia, we do like a double date or something with Mindy and his wife, and then we can just sit and talk about that's the thing.
We'll take them out to the winery and
Sure, yeah, sure. Why not?
Eat good food, drink good
Get
wine.
fat and drink.
But no women in clay pots.
No women in clay pots. Yes, that's another story for another time. But yeah, well, that's boxing in its essence. Sit around with good people in the room who are into the sport, and some of them more experienced, some of the less. Watch different fights, analyze, and learn from each other. This is, boxing definitely has very rich history on its own, not only as a sport, but as in basically, because if you think about it, boxing is one of the sports that always had, especially in a certain, I would say post-40s, it had a very strong political and cultural influence on the surrounding events. Or even if you take Ali Muhammad Ali was very close. Malcolm X and like it shaped some of the.
And he became a cultural icon because he refused to participate in the Vietnam War, and they stripped him of his right to fight in boxing. Like when they threw him in jail, and all that kind of craziness. When Floyd Mayweather said he was the greatest ever, and then Tyson comes and says like, "You're a pathetic little man. Like you need big bodyguards to pick your kids up from school." When Ali walked down the street, everyone would cheer, and that's really like. Keanu Reeves is another example of like someone who's just so universally beloved that he's just a normal star, but he doesn't need security. Ali was the same. It's like everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Even like I was mentioning the Rumble in the Jungle thing, where like the entire country was cheering.
Yeah, Ali was for a man.
Yeah.
Legendary one. Well, media says Lomas was a dedicação e dedicação ao That's a very interesting point here. He says that Loma's biggest mistake was staying in the amateurs for too long. What he means is because there is a certain good age to move up into professionals when you already have a solid, and he has a massive record. I think he has 300 fights.
No, I think it's over 400.
Over 400. Ramden and India can get something there, but India will
Yeah,
know
I-
how
I-
much.
I think-
300 or 400 plus fights in the amateur for Lomachenko. How many fights he had? Yeah, Medias says Floyd destroyed the sport.
Well, not with his boxing, but with his all the money and all that, like all the bullshit around it.
Yeah, yeah. It was,
It's like it's. I mean, I've been studying a lot about old school trainers and that kind of stuff, like Eddie Futch and the Mato and all that kind of stuff. And like, what Floyd did brilliantly was his defensive stuff. Because like all the good coaches, all the stakes, like everyone can knows how to punch pretty much, but not everyone is good at defense, and that's the core you need. But all this, like,
yeah, I would say he definitely did more harm with his image, with his all that.
and now with the Logan brothers and all this nonsense, and like fighting, dragging Floyd, like dragging Tyson out of retirement, and like, nah.
Oh, it's interesting. Let me read. He says, yeah, I prefer to say it in Georgian. That's okay, I'll translate. I think a lot of people ask me to read stuff in Georgian sometimes, so I read in Georgian, then I translate. Ქართულად მირჩევნია ფლოიდმა გააჩინა ნულიანი სიყვარული წაგებების გრაფში და არაფერს ისე არ დაუზიანებია სპორტი როგორც მაგას. ნოლი არაფერია, სისულელია ეს ნოლი, მაგრამ დღევანდელ ამას ვეღარ ახსნია. Okay, that's a very good point, and he actually write about it. Maybe he didn't destroy it with his boxing style as the boxing style, but the obsession over the zero losses thing. And now today's fans, you cannot explain to them that it doesn't really matter. You have so much stronger, better boxers that
Yeah, that's like how people
with
say.
bigger legacy.
You're saying that Khabib is the greatest ever when he had what, 2 title defenses? And okay, no disrespect at all. Not no disrespect, but some like a lot of not a lot, but some of the fighters weren't that good, and it's kind of a like not a pattern record directly, but like say what you want about Jones, but he beat legends the entire way. Every single guy he fought, Rampage, Lyoto Machida, like all of those guys were genuine legends.
Yeah.
And he dismantled them in a ridiculous manner.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's again, those are subjects we can agree to disagree, but there's certain things that literally brought up the hype. I agree with undefeated record. It's kind of like, okay, if you well deserved undefeated that you actually walked through everyone, okay, fine. But very often and mostly, I think pretty much all the cases is, especially by the end of the career, and that's the thing, Pretty Boy Floyd was a cool era. Pretty Boy Floyd was knocking out people. And he still had a good defense, but also he would engage in a very interesting, good pressing as well, and he was very technical. But then there starts the Money Mayweather era, where he's literally focusing on those zeros, as Mindia mentioned.
Yeah, and it's also like this. I agree completely with this, like the unbroken, like 0 losses. GSP has 2 losses, right?
Yeah.
But the important thing is that he
Rematched.
came back. Mighty Mouse, one of my absolute favorite. He also was. He didn't have an unbeaten record, but the way, remember the guy who kneed him and knocked him out?
Yeah.
And then he came back and took back, or did a rematch, and then he took him out with the knee. That's real greatness.
Yeah.
Because there's something to be said. Is that like if you can stand back up after you've been beaten, and I don't think people fully comprehend what it really means to you when you get knocked out and beaten the fuck out of in the ring.
Yeah.
A loss like that, it actually lowers your testosterone. It has a physiological effect on the body.
Yeah, it's hard. It takes time to get back.
I think the best example of that happening was Reyes. When Reyes was, they stole the fight from Reyes, against
Dominic Grace.
against John Jones,
Yeah.
he was never the same. He went on a long losing streak after that.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm not saying 100% Reyes won against Jones, but
That was one of the most cold
and,
games by
and that it destroyed him because there's a lot of strong arguments that say that like he should have won that fight,
Yeah.
and Jones won because he was Jones, and the judges were the one.
Yeah. No, good point. Well, Mindy also says, Marcianos ჰქონდა 0 წაგება სამყაროში. არ არის თქვა სალიზე მაგარია მაგის გამო. ხოლმე კიდე წამოიწია ეს, რომ 0 წაგებაში არის ყველაფერი და რაც სისულელეა. ხაბები არ ითვლება, იმიტომ რომ ტოპ დონეზე 5 ჯგუფი აქვს ჩატარებული. შესაბამისად, მისი 0 არის ბუტაფორია და მეტი არაფერი. Yeah, exactly what he agrees with Habib as well. That for him, he only had 5 elite fights. If you think about it, two of those title defenses. Everyone else is like lower
Tomato
class
cans.
and tomato cans. So about him, he literally says it's like just fake. And well, Marciano, he was saying Rocky Marciano had 0 losses, and he never, and no one ever said about that he's better than Ali, Muhammad Ali, for example, because of that 0 in the losses. And Floyd was like, oh, 0 means that you're like the best of the best kind of thing, and this is just nonsense. That's what he says. So no, 100% agree. Get with absolutely right, Magashi. So, but let's.
This turned very sharply into like a super nerdy deep dive on boxing.
No, I love it. If I didn't have a training soon and I didn't have to have a breakfast and all that kind of stuff, I would love to do it longer. Oh, David Cooper. Good morning from Scotland, guys. Had to grab coffee. Can
Good morning, David.
About it. Well, good for you. Enjoy your coffee. Well, you came along a little bit too late because we're wrapping it up now. I literally need my, I need the food, need some hydration to get a little bit ready for my training later. And I also have a karaoke night hosting later as well. So I'll live stream that too. I'll try my best. And well, other than that, guys, last words regarding the Friday website launch. We're launching our website on Friday, 27 March. And this painting, First Blood Valkyrie, the limited edition prints of this painting, with the original same size, will be available for the sale. So go to my YouTube.
Special collector's edition prints on museum grade
Canvas.
prints on canvas with accompanying documents, handwritten and handmade by Diana, with wax imprints, dried flowers, and a full arrangement. So it's not a print; it's a collector's thing.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing. Is like this is the first release from someone who's been working on a channel for almost 2.5 years now, almost 3
That's
years,
right.
I think.
Yes.
Does her professional boxing debut later this year, and yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
So yeah. Well, we're gonna live stream tomorrow. I'll try to live stream today as well. But evening is quite busy. However, tomorrow again, at least one live stream with the paintings, and we're gonna do that until we launch the shop.
So good night to Matt.
Yeah, good night,
to
Matt.
Regis, good night to Davy. Good night to Mindia. Good night to
Good
Bert.
night to all of you guys.
Good night to who else was in the chat right now? Yeah, sorry. Good night to everyone, or good day, or
Good night.
good afternoon.